Okay everyone, so now we are moving into the next segment of the trigo ratio. In this part, on page 8, we will apply the use of trigo to find the unknown side of a right angle triangles. Okay, now let's look at example 3. Can we now get all of you to highlight the 4 significant figures? Okay, so you must follow the requirement of the question here. Right, let's look at the first part of example 3. You are given the angle 36. You know that this is 90 degrees here. So before we start, let's make it a good habit to always label the sides. Okay, hypotenuse, O, and your A over here. Okay, so the angle opposite here, reference angle will be your O. So we look at what we need. Okay, we need to make a decision because we need to choose between sine, cosine, and tangent. Which one should we choose? Okay, it depends on what information you have. So in this question, I want to find M. So O is a definite mass, and I have 27. So based on this 3 ratio, which one uses O and H? It will be the sine. So sine B at the angle reference angle B will be equals to M over 27. So therefore, M is equals to 27 sine 36 degree. If you key it into calculator, you get this is about 15.87026 SF. Okay, 2 more than what is required. And you round off in your final answer, 15.87 for significant figure. Okay. Second part. Label the sides. This is O, this is H, and this is A. I want to find A, so H is definitely that I must use it. And I have 14. So based on the trigo ratio, let's write it in sequence. Tangent, cosine, and sine. Tangent is O over A over H, and O over H here. Now, which one uses A and H? It would have to be cosine. Okay, so cosine P is equals to 14 over A. So cosine, okay, let me use a red pen to write. Okay, cosine P will be equals to 14 over A. A will be equals to 14 cosine 53, and I get 23.26306 significant figure, and my final answer is 23.26 for SF. Okay. Next, find Y. So this is my H, this is my O, and this is my A. I definitely need to use my A, and I'm given O. So based on tangent, cosine, and sine, the tuakaso, right? Which one should I use? Okay, if I want to use O and A, it has to be tangent. So you need to choose the correct trigo ratio first before you begin. So tangent, I can write it straight away now. 26 equals to 21 over Y. So therefore Y is equals to 21 tangent 26. And I'll get 43.0564. 6 SF. Final answer 43.06 for significant figure. Okay. Last one, they want you to calculate the value of X and the value of Y. There are a few methods to do this question. can I get you guys to try first? Pause the video and then you attempt first before you look at the solution, okay? Alright, I hope you guys have attempted the question. So I have my reference angle 34.1 degree there. So I have to label it, all the three sides. Alright, so there are two values, okay, that you are supposed to find here. You need to find x, you need to find y. So you need to choose one to start first. It depends on your choice here, because there are multiple ways to attempt this question. I will choose x first in my working, okay? Yours might be a little bit different, so you don't have to rush to copy first. You just look through the video. Sine 34.1 will be equals to, I'm picking this, okay, x over 88.7. So we should give me 88.7 sine 34.1, which will give me 49.7287, sixth significant figure. Final answer 49.734 SF. Now I have found my x value in 4 significant figure. It is important for me to keep this intermediate step 6 SF so that I can use it for the next question if I need to. Okay, so there are a few ways of doing it. Now let's look at the y. How do I find y? I'm gonna use blue color pen here. To find my y, I can use a and h. Okay, so I will do cosine 34.1 will be equals to y over 88.7. Okay, so I would know that then y is equals to 88.7 cosine 34.1. Right, so I expect you guys to know the difference because of the algebraic manipulation. I multiply by 88.7 on both sides. I cancel, therefore y is equals to 88.7 cosine 34.1. Okay, you key this in the calculator, you will get that it is 73.4490, sixth significant figure, and the final answer is 73.454 significant figure. And we are done with this question. Okay, just now I did mention that there are more than one way of solving it. So what are the other ways? Okay, the other way is this. Okay, now if let's say I have found my x value and I want to recycle the number, so this 49.7287, remember, never use your fully rounded number for your to use it for your next step, because intermediate working cannot be the fully rounded off, right? Okay, so now if I were to use this number and this, I can use tangent to find it. I will still be able to get the same y value. Okay, or if I don't want to use trigo, looking at this, it's a right angle triangle. I have the hypotenuse, I have the other side. What can I use? Right, I can also use Pythagoras theorem to find the last length of this side of triangle. However, I would not recommend you to use any of the other two methods that I just mentioned. Is because it relies on your answer for x. You have to make sure that your calculation for x is correct. Otherwise, chances are for such questions there will be no error carried forward. And then if you make a mistake for x, your y will automatically be wrong. Okay. However, in some circumstances, some questions you have no choice, but you need to use some values that you find first. So the intermediate working answer is very important. Okay, we'll see this in the next example. Okay.